All right, we are live. Give them a few minutes to trickle in here, but yeah. Once the first person gets in here, we'll start going over the election.
There was an election?
Oh, yeah. You would have never guessed. It wasn't on the news or anything. Well, if you're watching this live or on replay, I got some stuff at the end. I kind of pivoting. It's all good, but pivoting my I guess my tactics for my videos here coming up.
Dad,
Yes.
do you need some money?
You need money?
Yeah,
Hey, I'm working though, okay?
Okay, Grandma gave this to me. I'm gonna put it in your pile.
Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna be kind of switching my tactics. It's all gonna be for you the viewers, and I'll kind of break it down at the end, but we'll go ahead and get this party started. So there was an election, if you didn't know this, and Iowa voted red, like the nation. So obviously Donald Trump is the president elect, and 926,000 people voted for about 927. 99% of the votes are in, 56% to 42% to Kamala Harris with just over 700,000. So the counties that obviously all of them in red were for Trump, and then we have Polk, which is where Des Moines is positioned, was 54.8% Kamala to 43.9% Trump. So it's pretty in support for Kamala Harris. And then we got Story where Ames is, I believe, right, Tim?
Yes.
And again, 54.5 to 44%. So the College of Iowa State is in Ames, and then you got Des Moines. They both voted for Kamala Harris, and then the other one is Blackhawk, where Waterloo Cedar Falls is, and it was real tight, 49.9% Kamala to Donald Trump 48.8. We got Cedar Rapids, where we live in Lynn County. Kamala got 54.2 to 44.3 to Trump, and then Iowa City, where Johnson County, and we got 68.4 to 30.3 to Donald Trump. So very, very in support of Kamala Harris. And then we got the rest of the counties, and kind of the Northwest, it's pretty hardcore Trump. We got 84.5% in Lyon County. And then if you go further down towards Des Moines, it gets a little bit less and less Trump. And then Northeast is, that 60. I guess there's a 72 in there. Or is that Butler County? And down towards Davenport and Scott County was pretty close, but Donald Trump edged it out. Anyways, that's kind of where the state of Iowa voted. The Southeast is a lot like Northwest, maybe a little less on the Donald Trump bandwagon, but yeah, that's kind of the voting results. So, the House, it looks like all four districts, unless, there is a little bit of, it's only 700 votes, but it looks like Miller Meeks is going to take the first district. So all four districts are going to go to the Republicans. You got anything to add there, Tim?
Not a whole lot.
It looks like there was a yes on the Iowa Amendment 1. I don't remember what that was. Do you?
Wasn't it something with if you're turned 17 by the time voting starts, or if you turn 18 by the end of the year, maybe, or something? Some with the age 17 and 18-year-olds.
Pretty much everyone, rather than Woodbury, did not like it for whatever reason. But anyways, guys, if you had any questions, I see there's a few people on now. Go ahead and leave it in the comments section. We'll make sure to put your question up on the screen. We'll keep it rolling though. This is just another map. I don't know if it's any better or worse. Well, we don't really need to look at that anyways. Then we have AccuWeather. So kind of give you an idea what the weather's like here right now. It's been a really nice fall. Today was around 50, 51 here in Cedar Rapids. We had an 84 the end of October. So it looks like coming up, we're going to get some freezing nights later in the month, but it's going to be rather mild. We'll have a freezing night here, but I would say that's a little bit seasonally warm when you say, Tim.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I think the average is 2 inches of snow for the month of November in Iowa.
Yeah, we definitely. Well, maybe we'll get some in the end of the month, but we haven't got.
That's not going to be much there, no.
No, it's too warm. We can kind of look into December too here. I don't know if the live stream so pull it up. Okay. So if this is accurate, it's going to be a warm December till around Christmas time. If this is accurate. Well, we'll keep it rolling. I want to kind of share one of the buyer stories I was thinking about when I was thinking about videos I wanted to do, but I had a family move from Alabama earlier this year, and one of the things that stuck out to me about this buyer was, first off, they're just really easy to get along with. The first time I met them in person, it was almost like meeting a friend that I've been around my whole life. Very easygoing, but we were at a specific coffee shop, and they like to get coffee, and so do I. And we were just kind of talking shop and just having a good time. And then this guy was coming in with the beer, believe it or not, with the dolly, and two people held the door for this dolly, and these people from Alabama just were like, we knew we wanted to live here, but that was kind of the icing on the cake for them. They really, really think the people in Iowa are great, and that's kind of what we're known for. Not everyone in Iowa is nice, though, just so you know, but I think we do have a good group of people here. But that's one of the stories that I can think of someone that watched the channel. We met up and ended up buying a home actually on the northwest side of Cedar Rapids here. So just wanted to share that story. But we're going to get into kind of what me and Tim do, because Tim's a realtor here in the Cedar Rapids area as well, and go over the housing market. Looks like they do have this PDF again, Tim, but it's not easy. It's not easy to find. Again, if you got any questions, leave it in the comment. I like to know what anything is on the table. We're definitely here to answer any questions. But this is September. So the results are in for September. So new listings across the state are up 13.5%. That's a lot. Year to date, there was 31,100, and there's over 2,500, about 2,500 more listings at this time of year right now. Pending sales are, is that right? Up? Does that make sense, Tim?
Not according to the last set of analytics, but maybe.
Maybe in September, but year to date it's down just 1%. Last year was pretty slow too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Closed sales is way down, at least statewide in September. A little bit down from. Anyways, days on market are up. It's just more. It's a little bit slower. There's not as many deals. Last year was definitely not a high volume of sales year as well. Median price went up though. Anything you want to point out here, Tim?
Other than sales are down, but prices continue to increase, which ultimately means there's still the demand out there. So people want to buy. It's just there's not a whole lot of inventory to drive the prices down. So buyers have to somewhat settle for what's on the market and can't really be too picky because numbers are still a little down in comparison to pre-COVID, I guess.
Yeah. Interest rates are around 6.5. Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, they're seeing around there 6.5.
Yeah. Anyways, we're not going to go over townhouses and all that, but this is a historic new listings by month. Again, I think we're in, if I had to, September. So new listings are down historically, but you see a fall here. We're really similar to last year, aren't we?
Yeah.
According to this graph, pretty similar. Pending sales, way down, way down. This must be like what? No, November sales. That's what it looks like. Or December. That'd be December, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So what you're looking at there, you're on
bottoms
pending
out the last
sales.
couple of years.
So what you're looking at is 2022, we were down 5.5, right, from the year before. And then in 23, we're down 17. And now we're down another 1 from that. So if you, like I said, you get back to pre-COVID, we're down significantly in activity.
Yeah, and I imagine we'll probably get back down to these levels.
Because look at the months of September. Look at 2022, you're down 21.2, and then 14.1, and then you're up a little bit on this year, but we're still down, generally speaking.
Yeah. So anyways, closed sales, again, a lot like pending sales, a lot like last year, only it didn't peak at all. Even this peak, which is lower, we're more like a 2015 to 2016 year, a little bit higher, but not much, or a 2012 year, 2013. So, just like 07, 08, this is kind of, then it started really picking up, but we're nowhere near that. Days on market, we're seeing a tick up. This is what, pre-COVID, so we're right at pre-COVID. It looks like, Tim, right?
For which one you on?
Oh, those are townhouses, but I guess single family is still, man, the days on market are still really low. It's the townhouses that are almost pre-COVID level now.
Right. Yeah, we're starting to see it'll tick back up, but we'll get the days on the market to bump up here, this early winter. That'll uptick, and just a matter of how far will it go down in the spring.
Median sale price, look at this, just bumped way too fast, in my opinion.
Yeah, compared to
definitely not following
2012 to 2000, say
19, 20. Yeah, it really, 2022 is just crazy.
Yeah.
And on. We're not going to go over this. So that's kind of that. This is going to show you real similar stuff, but here's Redfin. Right now, the median sale price in Iowa is around that 236, 237 mark. Sold homes are down 9% year over year. Median days on market are up, which is a lot like what we've just talked about. The fastest growing metros, Ames, North Liberty, Dubuque, Muscatine, Iowa City, Clinton, Altoona, Waterloo, Council Bluffs, and Des Moines. So no Cedar Rapids on there, Tim, just North Liberty.
Really?
Yeah. Ames is growing, and so is North Liberty. No surprise, though. The supply is way up, as we kind of explained. Over the 5-year stretch, you see that supply overall is still way down, like Tim was saying. But it's better than last year, I guess. And then here's the most competitive city. So the ones with probably the least amount of days on the market. Evansdale's number 1, Tim.
Nice.
Monticello.
Fighting Panthers.
Yeah, I'm from Anamosa. It's our rival. So here's Iowa's getting about the same amount of people as are moving away. We won't get too far into this because it's not really relevant. All right, first trivia question, Tim, and you the viewers. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to, no looking it up though, no cheating. Make sure to answer, comment. But where in Iowa is the world's largest strawberry? Don't answer yet, but it's. I didn't know that honestly before preparing for this live.
Really?
But anyone in the comment section, we'll let you answer first. Try not to Google it. Do you know this, Tim?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I would have probably guessed right, but I didn't know for sure. Did you know it's the world's largest man-made strawberry?
No.
I should have put man-made on there because it's actually a man-made strawberry. All right, Tim, go ahead and answer.
Is it Strawberry Point?
Yep, Strawberry Point. You're from that neck of the woods a little bit, aren't you? No.
Not too far, yeah.
Not really that close. Yeah.
They have a big Clydesdale there. It used to be known for horses. Well, I guess that was Greeley. Greeley, never mind. Strawberry has the large strawberry, but on the way to Strawberry, you can kind of go through Greeley and stuff.
All right, so this is niche.com, which I use a lot on my videos. If you're watching up my videos, don't know if I'll agree with everything they say on here, but this is kind of a quote unquote unbiased opinion of top places to live in Iowa. Johnston comes in at number 12, which is a suburb of Des Moines. Ankeny comes up at 11, which is also a suburb of Des Moines. North Liberty, it's one of the fastest growing metros. It's pretty much a suburb of Iowa City, I'd say, but you could say even Cedar Rapids kind of between the both of them. Number 10 place to live. Urbandale, we got another suburb of Des Moines. Waterbury, which is actually a neighborhood suburb, you could call it, in Des Moines. We got Coralville, which is the north suburb, pretty much north Iowa City, at number 7. Orange City, you know where that is, Tim?
Northwest Iowa.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
it's really far west. I actually got it on the map. So it's by Sioux City there.
By Okoboji over there somewhere?
Well, Spirit Lake Okoboji's right here, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually closer to Sioux City. And then, so Orange City's growing. West Des Moines, suburb, but is basically Des Moines. Bettendorf, another suburb of Des Moines. So Des Moines really high ranked by Ditch.com.
Bettendorf's Davenport.
Or no, Davenport. Sorry. Yeah, that's right. Bettendorf is Davenport. Sorry about that. Schools and overall grade of A+ as well. One of the nicer places to live in the southeast part of the state. Then we got Clive, which is a suburb of Des Moines, though. This really is. Really nice place. We did a video where we kind of showed that off. Waukees, real close to Clive, another suburb of Des Moines. And then University Heights, which is wrong. It's not a suburb of Cedar Rapids. It's actually a suburb of Iowa City. So that's the number 1 place to live in Iowa, according to niche.com. Where's Cedar Rapids, Tim?
Nowhere to be seen.
If you got a place that you're looking to in Iowa, let us know in the comments. We definitely go over it. All right, we're going to keep this trucking. So the Iowa girls, didn't they start their season, Tim?
Yeah, a couple games in.
How'd they look? Did you watch it?
I did not watch them. They got a couple transfers in that are supposed to be pretty good. A couple returning players as well.
Did they win their first game, I take it?
Yeah.
They probably played a smaller school, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, they played Virginia Tech, one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Caitlin Clark's kind of a big deal here in Iowa. If you don't know her nationally, she's obviously pretty big superstar woman athlete. So it's the year after her. So we'll see how good they are or not good they are. Blanca Perez says, "What's Boone like? You know anything about Boone, Tim?"
Boone, Iowa. I've not been to Boone. It's on Highway 20, I think, in between Waterloo and the border,
No, it's west of Ames.
west of Ames on 30.
Yeah.
I
Looks
don't
like.
know.
Do you know this river?
The Des Moines?
Yeah. So let's see where Des Moines is. So it's west of Ames. I mean, Ames was rated one of the better towns, I believe. Wasn't it on there or was it not? Our fastest growing or something. Metro. I think it was the fastest growing metro, wasn't it?
One of them.
Yeah. Ames 24.4% growth. So Boone's probably growing along with Ames, I'd imagine. I guess neither one of us are probably that familiar with Boone. I don't know how big is Boone.
It's decent sized.
Yeah, 12,000. Looks like the population stayed pretty steady though. I'm sure it's a nice area. I don't know a ton about it, Blanca, honestly. Uh, Obviously, I know the University of Iowa State's just east of it, so um, I'd imagine it's a lot. It's probably by Los Hills, ain't it, Tim? A little bit.
Not sure.
I think there's some hills out here somewhere. Maybe it's a little further northwest. Nice area though. I know a lot of people reach out, especially out in the Sac City area to me. Never had anyone ask about Boone. I've had Winterset, but it's obviously close to Des Moines River. If you like to hunt and fish, I'm sure it's really good for that. All right, second trivia, Tim. How many states border Iowa? This is probably too easy for you, but I want to make it easier one for the viewers. Without Googling, how many states do you think border Iowa? Omar, we'll get to your question here once we're done with the trivia, but I'll bring it up too. Get this one down. All right, Tim, how many states border Iowa?
I would guess 6.
You are correct. Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Missouri, Nebraska, and South Dakota.
A little bit of South Dakota. Can't be much. I didn't know if that one did or not.
Yeah, right here. See that?
Oh, yeah.
So here is, Omar asked, how does fuel prices compare to the national average? Without looking at this, Tim, what would you say?
We got to be lower than the national average.
You think that's because of highway or Interstate 80 and 35?
I don't know. Probably has to do some with ethanol, keeping prices down too.
Yeah. So Iowa is in the blue, so it's on the lowest scale according to this graph. Looks like Missouri's a tad bit lower, but in Kansas, Oklahoma's really low. Look at that.
Yeah, my guess is a lot of your gas is coming there out of Louisiana and down in there. That's the shortest trucking, maybe.
Oklahoma and Texas have the cheapest gas, and according to this AAA, and Mississippi's up there too. We are very, very good on gas prices, Omar. Compared to our neighbors, rather than Missouri's the cheapest, we got Illinois.
Illinois must have a gas tax, if I had to assume.
Yeah, it has something to do with, I'm sure, with taxes there. Wisconsin's pretty similar to us, it looks like, but tad bit higher. Minnesota's, you know, so as far as even Midwest standards, we're low. We're not the lowest in the nation, but we definitely are very competitive. You look at California, holy smokes, dude! It's over what, almost a couple bucks, $1.70 more. Alaska, Alaska's even cheaper. Hawaii's California's about as expensive as Hawaii in gas. Good question though. That's one that a lot of people wonder. So if you got any more questions, just keep them coming. I don't care if it's both of you, Blanca and Omar. Ask as many questions as you want. Let's see. I know there was a things to do I wanted to go over. Maybe I got rid of it. All right. There it is. So if you're looking for some things, okay. I'll let Tim start this. Are you familiar with any programs that help first-time Iowa home buyers, Tim?
First-time home buyers. There is a grant. Oh, their signs are orange and blue. They've got something going right now with first-time home buyers.
Yeah,
Iowa Finance Store. There you
Yep.
go.
So, Omar, I would definitely come to this website. This is a good one. One of the listings I have in Cedar Rapids that sold, they never bought. No one bought it. That was a first time home buyer, but they had, like you said, an orange sign out front. Definitely would recommend going to this website, filling out their system, and see if you qualify. Really, that's one. I know people use that a lot. Looks like there are, like Chase Bank, maybe some of these banks would have grants. Have you heard of that, Tim?
I mean, typically the banks don't. They usually work with a local or state program that is offering the money.
Yeah, I mean, some of these banks will have access to like veterans. Sometimes they give veteran benefits and stuff like that, or they do have first time homebuyer grant. But there's, like you said, it's going to probably be through like a neighborhood finance corp or something like that, that they're just telling buyers about so they can take advantage of them, I guess. Any other questions?
Yeah, I think it's neighborhood finances.
Yeah, there's a neighborhood finance corp. This is in Cedar Rapids, at least. I know I have one of these signs up, but yeah. That literally looks like my home I listed. Literally. That might be it. Anyways, I want to get to events. Where was that? Here it is. So a lot of people don't know this, but there's actually quite a bit to do in your communities around Iowa if you just literally go to Travel Iowa. Like, look at here, you got Letters from Home, which is a USO style show honoring artists like Frank Sinatra, Andrew Sisters, Vera Lynn. So if you like Creedence Clearwater Revival and Frank Sinatra type of music, you can go here in Clear Lake, I think it was. Clear Lake, Iowa. Another thing here in Mason City, but there's all sorts of different things to do. You can play. I know I went to a listing appointment today. My mom was actually going to bingo with a lady that was her next door neighbor. So there's bingo in Anamosa tonight. I know that, but there's also bingo. What is this? Where's this at? Cedar Rapids, maybe, or Tenang? Or Titanca, wherever that is. Never heard of that in Iowa. But anyways, point being, you can, if you want to do Cranksgiving, which is a charity ride where they gather food items for homeless and the hungry and stuff like that. It's kind of a cool little thing. Okay. Omar's got another question. But there's really cool, this is really cool website if, like Omar, it sounds like he may want to visit, but I would definitely, anyone that's going to visit the state, go to this website. And if you want to kind of get an idea, I know the buyer that I told the story about earlier in the year, that about holding the door, they're actually going to do, I think there's like some sort of show in Lindale Mall this weekend, Tim. I don't know if you ever heard of any of that, like maybe a Christmas display or something. I don't know what it was. But anyway, she's going to have a stand doing something, so I might stop by this weekend. But there's all sorts of different things. A lot of people criticize Iowa about being boring, but there's actually a lot to do. You just got to go to a website like this and figure out what your area is doing. So, Tim, in your opinion, what is the best time of the year to visit for prospective home buyer?
Oh, depends. Like agriculture, I'd probably go in the spring. If you're trying to do a wooded area, I'd probably do the fall. Metropolitan, urban areas, I'd probably do spring and summer. Winter probably isn't the best. You get really no, especially if there's a pile of snow on the ground, on the roof, things like that. It's a little hard to get a feel for the property when they all look the exact same, covered in snow.
But you might want to come to Iowa in the winter, though, if you're scared of the winter or nervous about the winters here, just to kind of understand, maybe come in the harshest time in like January. I know if I bought in like Texas or something, I'd go in the very worst time of the year just to experience that heat and see if I can even deal with it. So we aren't as hardcore as some of the other states north of us, but we definitely get winter. So if that's like your number one thing that you're concerned about, maybe come in the winter. Other than that, like Tim said, I probably agree. Come spring through fall, depending on what you want to see, what you want to do. As far as buying a home and stuff like that, it's not necessarily a bad idea to buy in the winter necessarily, but you could buy a home with a covered roof, or something could be covered. Like you won't get an idea what the grass conditions or anything like that are if it's covered with snow. Well, we're going to do our last trivia question here, Tim. What is Iowa's largest county in area?
I don't know. I think it's that one up north. Isn't there one that looks to be like the size of two counties?
Yeah, I think
up by the Minnesota border.
Yep, that's the one. Do you know the name of it though?
It's not Bremer. Bremer's up there. We gotta go further north and west. I don't know.
I don't even know how to say it necessarily, but
it's not Powashik, is it? Oh, Kosa.
Looks like it was named after him, probably.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
I
wonder what the logic is behind that.
I don't know. I actually went to that listing appointment today, Tim, and it's almost like Jones County was parceling these places off. Remember, I looked at those parcels to maybe help with assessments. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. So the land doesn't go with the house?
Yeah. So it's tax different or something?
Yeah, could be.
Yep.
Or the previous owner just divided it for tax purposes.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well,
You don't
anyways,
think the county would do that?
yeah, I don't know why they did that. uh, any other? If you got any other questions, leave them in the comments here. I'm gonna kind of get to the last part of this, in kind of the direction I want to take the Living in Iowa channel. I'm gonna be doing a lot more community tours, neighborhood tours, city tours, um, trying to get more footage of driving around because that kind of seems to be the consensus. And if you could leave in the comments if you agree with this thought or where your thoughts are, if you're watching this after the recording, make sure to comment below. But that's the direction I want to take the channel. I'm going to try to, it's not that I'm not ever going to come out with a negative video again, but I'm going to try to be a little bit more about showing you guys communities, neighborhoods, cities. We're
Boone,
still
Iowa.
gonna, what's that?
Boone, Iowa.
Yeah, like something like Boone, Iowa. I could do a video of me talking in front of the screen, but it'd be a lot better if I showed you. So that's the direction I'm planning on taking the channel. This week I'm working on a video. We're gonna do more map tours because it kind of seems like something that would be more valuable than telling you the reasons not to move to Iowa. Even though I still will do those videos, but it'll be more like a here and there type of thing. So we're gonna get a lot more specific on areas, really show off the state. I got it by next spring. I'll have a camera that will really do a really good job of videoing outside my vehicle, so you can really get a great glimpse. It won't be like coming here, Omar, Blanca. I definitely recommend coming here, but it'll give you the best idea what Boone, Iowa is like, North Liberty, Vinton, Iowa, Waterloo, Iowa, places like that. So that's going to be the direction this channel goes, and would love your input if you got any. But if there's no more questions, we'll kind of wrap this stream up. And thanks for your questions, Omar and Blanca. Hopefully we did a adequate job answering them. You got anything else to add, Tim?
No, I'm good.
All right, guys, if we don't have any more questions, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Thanks for your time and enjoy the rest of your night.